Hello everybody, and welcome to another video. And today in this video, we'll be doing how to make a Roblox Gfx. So this is how I do it. It's been very beneficial, it's fast, and it's just really easy. So first I have a plugin. I'll link the plugin in the description to download it. And this plugin's really easy. I'll put in my name. I'll put what up nader. And then I'm gonna spawn at origin because make sure you have, where is it, show grid on view. Go to view and then press show grid because it'll have this, and this is exactly what it's gonna look like when I go on Blender. Blender is where I'm gonna render my image after I make the Roblox character and download it. So I'm gonna spawn it. You can have spawn at origin. Okay, so there's me. That's my character. So I I move my body parts on Roblox Studio. I know some people do it on Blender, but it's very complicated. It's annoying. I've done it before, and it doesn't turn out as good as it does when you just do it on Roblox. So I'm just gonna be doing a simple GFX, a simple body part. So I'll just move it. I'll just say be waving. So let me just go to rotate. Just a simple one. I could do more complex, but just for this video, I'll do a simple one. Have him wave my. I think that's looks. See, I'm just waving. Let's see, what else can I do? I can just move my legs, have like a little stance. Yep, that's good. Yeah, it's like he's like moving and waving. Move this little quick. So yeah, he's like moving, moving his hand. He's walking, and then I'll do a head tilt. So I'm gonna press the head, and then I'm gonna press Control to press my hair. I don't have much hats on for right now. I'll move my head. So yeah, there we go. I think that's good. Okay, so after I make this, I'm gonna right click where it says what appinator on Explorer. Obviously it's gonna say whatever name you put in the plugin. So then I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna export selection. I'm on Windows, by the way. I'm not sure on Mac, but for me, I think it's still export selection. And then look at that, I already have a bunch of GFXs. So I'm gonna put file name. Make sure it's on OBJ. Then I'll just put what appinator. Save. All right. So now I'm gonna go onto Blender. You could exit out now. I'm just gonna minimize. I'm gonna go onto Blender, and it should appear like this. That's exactly how it should appear if you have the latest update. So then I'm just gonna click away, and you're gonna have this little square thing. All you have to do is press X, and then delete, and that's all you have to do. And then you're gonna have this thing right here. Watch. Okay, so this is like a light. This is what your camera. This is where you're gonna show your image. You're gonna move your camera, and I'll show you how to do it. And this is the lighting, and you don't really need this, but I'll show you why. So you're gonna go to File on the top left. You're gonna go down where it says Import. Then you go to the right, and where it says Wavefront OBJ, because see you installed it to OBJ. So now you're gonna click on OBJ. And I saved it to my. It depends where you saved it at. I remember I saved it to my Windows and to saved pictures. It's going to be different if you save it. Just remember where you save it. And then it's just going to say whatappinator.mtl. That's just a bunch of. That's all your clothes and stuff. It's in a 2.0 thing. But whatappinator.obj is where you want. So you're going to double click that. And to move, you're going to press Shift F. Shift F to move. So there's my guy. As you can see, it's all silver and stuff. And that's because I have to make sure I have to put my textures on. So down bottom left, it says object mode. To the right of it is a little snowball thing. You're gonna click it, and where it says texture, you're gonna click that. So there you go. See, but see, as it's dark, right? That's because of this thing. The small little circle with a bunch of dots around it in a line. You're gonna want to right click on that, press X, and delete. There you go. Now it's all lighted up. But on the render, it's gonna be all dark, and I'll show you what happens to fix that. So now you're going to want to go onto your camera because you're going to want to point where your GFX is. If you just save it right now, it's going to show your feet because of your camera, which is right here. Your camera is looking at your feet right now. So what to do is you're going to click 0. So see, you're on your camera now. Then you're going to click Shift F again. Remember, Shift F. And also, like I said before, your origin, which was on Studio, this is the same exact origin that was on, here, let me show you, was on Studio. This origin right here, on the bottom. So you're going to click Shift F to move, remember that. And then you're going to stop it right where it looks good. So it should be, center it. So yeah, that's pretty good. So then, to stop it, you're gonna click to stop. Then you're gonna go to the top left, right next to File. It says Render. You're gonna click Render, and then it shows Render Image. You're gonna render image, but as you can see, it's all black, and that's because you took off the light. So what you're gonna have to do is on the right, it shows this thing. Now you should automatically be on the camera. If you're not, make sure you click this camera. Then there's right next to like the pictures thing, Earth and stuff. You want to make sure you're on the camera. You're gonna go down, and where it says shading on the bottom right, you're gonna click shading, and then it's gonna show texture, shadows, subsurface, environment, ray traffic, alpha, world spa, and then you're gonna click the alpha where it says SK, like SK, sky, SK. And then it's going to say Sky, Alpha Mode, Transparent. You're going to click Transparent so that your background, you don't have to show that gray things. You can add any background you want. So here's Transparent. It didn't do anything, but it'll show on the picture. It's going to be like a bunch of checkered stuff. So over back where the camera is, it shows the pictures, these things, and then the Earth. You're going to click on the Earth. And then you're going to go down, and there's 3 things you have to click. Don't scroll. You don't have to scroll. So, on the bottom right, it shows indirect lighting. Oh my gosh, I can't say lighting. So it says indirect lighting. You're going to click on indirect lighting. You're going to click above where it says environmental light. And then above where it says ambient occlusion. Make sure all of them have check marks on. And then you're going to go back to, so after you click that, on all the way across to the bottom left, it shows this thing right on the bottom left, right next to view. On the left of view, shows this arrow thing. You're going to click on that, and then right where it says 3D view on the bottom of when you clicked it, and click 3D view. So now you're back here. So now, when you go back to render on the top left, right next to File and Window, you're going to click on that, press Render Image again. There you go. Now it's all light because you clicked on the ambient occlusion, environment lighting, and indirect lighting. So now that's good. You can save it on the bottom left to where it says View. On the right of it, it says Image. You're going to click on Image, and it's going to say New Image. Don't click on that. Open Image. Don't click on that. Re-render. Save all images. Don't click on these. And then it's going to say, don't click Save Image. Click Save As Image. Save As Image. You're going to click on Save As Image. Now it's going to show you, if you remember, this is how you got your thing. So you can save it to any folder you want. I'm just going to save it to ROBLOX recent saves, and see this is where I put all my GFX. I'm gonna change the name to what up. Now you could keep the .png. It's very helpful just to keep the .png. And then you're gonna go to the right, and it says where it says cancel above it, it says save as image. You're gonna double click on save as image, or until it goes back to here. So now you're done with Blender. You already downloaded this picture, and as you can see, the check marks. That's because of when you go back to the camera and you click transparent. If it's not transparent, it would just be gray, and you can't add a background. So now that that's done, you can just minimize. I mean, you can just exit out if you want, but I just minimize. And now I'm on paint.net. That's the next part. I'm also gonna link all these downloads down: Blender, paint.net, and the plugin. So now just open this up. You're gonna have like this stuff. As you should. So you can move all this. Okay, so let me just move these out of the way, and I'm gonna go on the top left to File. Then I'm gonna go to Open. There on Open, I'm gonna go back to where I put my stuff in. See, this is all my GFX and stuff. I'm gonna go to Documents. Well, this is where I put it. So I put on Roblox, recent saves, and then there's my guy. As you can see, this is all my GFX. Open. So there's my guy. There's what up in there. There's me. So this is me, and if you just want you by yourself, you don't want to add a background, you're already done. You just go here, and then you're gonna save. But for people who want a background, like I want a background, I'm gonna go to where it says layers, one of these little things. I'm gonna click add new layer on the bottom left of this little thing, and then I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna drag it down under background so that this is the background. Or else if you had this up, then you would cover your character. So you're gonna put this down, and then you're gonna go to Google or whatever browser you use. And I'm on like this. Actually, am I gonna use this? I'll just look up any background. Here, let me look up what's a cool background? Just something black and white. Black and white. I'm gonna go to images and see what's a cool background. What's something like? Let's see. Lots of choices. You know what? This is cool. I don't know how it would look in. Actually, let's use. Yeah, let's just use this. Okay, so I'm gonna right click and then press copy image. Then I'm gonna go back to paint.net. Am I gonna click or double click? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna left click the checker thing. I'm gonna press Control V. So there's the background that I copied. Now I'm gonna, for me, I mean, you could drag it whatever you want. You could go like this, whatever. I'm gonna go, just put it right there. That's perfect. So yeah, there's my guy. There's the background. There's my guy. Now obviously you can add stuff like say I want to say what up knitter. Oh, actually my bad. Okay. So yeah. Oh, also this is the history. So you could, if you make a mistake, you could just go back to the history. Like I'm gonna go back there. Look at, I press space, resize, and that's perfect. So yeah, if I wanted to draw, I could just draw like what I would go to the left where it says these tools. These tools are helpful, and then I'll just press like one of them. I'll be like, what up? I need like what? So yeah, there's my guy. What? I'm not gonna do. Actually, I'll do it better than that. So I could just go back to history, finish selection, and then I'll do pencil. Horrible handwriting. Or I'll put what up. Okay, so yeah, what up? Okay, so yeah, this is my guy. This is the background. This is the writing. What up? I'm sure there's a better way you can put the thing, but for that, it's fine for now. So now I want to save it. I want to save this image. I already put my name. What up? I put my character, and I have a background. So now I'm going to go to the top left where it says File. Then I'm gonna go to save as. Always say save as. Save as. And then it's gonna show here, right? Or it's not gonna. It might not show like pictures for you. And it's gonna say save as type paint.net PDN. Now, I personally don't use PDN because PDN, when you send it, like I'll show my pictures on Discord, it's gonna show in a download link. But if you want to just post a picture without people having to download it, you're gonna click you're gonna click paint.net, and then you're gonna click PNG, PNG. So that saves as a picture instead of a download link. And then I press save. And then I already have what up because of the Blender one. So you could just save as. You don't need a Blender one. But for me, I'll just say what up paint. What up paint. So save as. And if you use 8-bit, 8-bit's okay. So there shouldn't be any problem. I personally use 24-bit because most of the time, this is actually the first time it hasn't happened. But I know what has happened. If your picture has like white stuff, because this is white on purpose, like this was made white, but I have pictures that are very small, so that's gonna have a lot of empty background, and the empty background won't show for the 32-bit and 8-bit. So I personally use 24-bit so that it shows the background. So I'm gonna press OK. Flatten, yes. Flatten, don't worry about it. You could change it, whatever. Flatten just means to make the background and the your background and your character in the same image. So you're gonna press flatten. So there you go. As you can see, there's no more layers anymore. It's just one layer. You can obviously undo with the history and everything. Now you can save if you want. I'm not gonna save it, or already saved it to my computer, but not to paint.net. So I'm just gonna exit out of here. And I'll show you. Here, let me go to, I already have like this cast reveal thing for my total drama long term. I'm gonna go to plus. Now you can post it anywhere. I'm just gonna post it on Discord real quick. I'm gonna go to, where did I save it? Roblox. I believe I saved to Roblox. Recent saves. There it is. Okay. What up, paint? Now watch this. Waits for it to load. And there it is. What up? So yeah, that's how you do it. It's an easy way to make a GFX. Just gotta do it step by step, and you can make your own GFX. You look at these GFXs I have. I have this guy. I took off this guy's helmet. This. You can make people walk, and you can move their tail if they have a tail on Roblox. You can make people look like that. Or people with no heads. You can make people take off their helmet. And the cool thing about Blender is when you render, it shows like little shadows too. Like I can see the hat shadow. This. Make people with tails also. Make them look like they're going to bite you. You can make people dab. You can have people wave. And then this is the only one. I made all of these with the same way I showed you. I made this one. I moved my character instead of Studio on Blender. And it came out weird. It's like brown stuff on her arms. So this is why I do not move my character with Blender. So yeah, that is all. I will leave the links in the description to download. And thank you for watching. This is how you make GFXs in 2019 my way.